Church is not just built for the glory of God, they're built for the glory of the landlord. It is he that is paying for it. It is he that chooses who the vicar will be. And he places it a very short distance from where he lives.
Romantic views of the countryside place the church in the heart of the community, but as you can see here, is placed in the heart of the landlord's land. The place where the ordinary classes of England, the working class, the peasantry, the middle class, lives here in the village. It is no surprise, therefore, to see why so many people rejected the Anglican Church and went with nonconformist churches, like everything from Anabaptists right up to, Methodism. It was not a social revolution, but a religious one. A rejection of the hierarchies that led to the suspicion that religion was there for those who were milking the land and the people around them for everything that they could get.
But you don't watch my videos to listen to left-wing rhetoric. What about the barrows? What about the Roman ruins?
Coming into this churchyard, underneath it is a massive Roman mosaic of Orpheus charming the beasts, and it is the biggest and finest north of the Alps in the whole of the Roman Empire. Whoever lived here in the Roman period was quite rich, and therefore has an element of power. With quite a few places, certainly the eastern part of England, the Roman world was disregarded by the migrating Anglo-Saxons. The people took over, the English, the early English. But here they chose to place their manor house and their church on top of a place of already existing power, well, a power that was dying or was dead at the end of the Roman period, perhaps went on for a period during the 5th century and halfway through the 6th, perhaps of British, that is very early Welsh ownership, and then became the manor of an important Anglo-Saxon, early English lord. So this place was chosen because it already had a cachet of power. It was important, not important enough, the symbols of it were not important enough to preserve, so that mosaic was buried and forgotten. They didn't maintain it or look after it or venerate it. But they built their symbols of statehood, the church and the manor house, of authority here in this place. So we have a really good indication of continuity of British organisation. British, I don't mean Welsh, I mean British as in all of the peoples of Britain, as an idea of Britain and its social organisation continued in this place. So we have continuity, and that always cheers me up when I find it.
A couple of videos ago, I did the Saxon boundaries of Woodchester, Sawyer 1441. There is a second charter, and that's Sawyer 103, which tells us more of the western side of Woodchester. I left it out because it was quite confusing to decode, but I'm getting a stronger image thanks to finding a second manuscript of S103 with further landmarks, which clarify things. We left off the last one at Naileslia, if you remember, and then went along the south boundary up a Coombe. So it says Widancum in Chairleslia, and that means the lea, the field or forest or wood of the churls. in Occidentally Halsberg, and that in the first version of S103 it is spelt Hazelberg, which is more meaningful. That means the burial mound or fortification of the Hazel. Then along to Haelvuk Coombe, and that is the Coombe of the Hawk. And then what is interesting is Walchweie, and that is, I believe that is the ridgeway, the Romanised road at the top of the hill that follows the ridge and goes past the Neolithic tomb that I described in the very first video on Woodchester. And that's a very picturesque way to end this series of videos. I'm hoping nobody else has spotted this before. I expect some antiquarian has in the past. But for me, it was nice to be able to identify it. Thank you for watching. I shall find another Saxon chart or some other antiquity to look at for the next video. So please subscribe, leave a comment definitely. I enjoy the conversation. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Ta-da for now.